Saying goodbye is definitely like a bittersweet thing. But at the same time, I think we poured everything that we had into it.
Feels like
it's hard to believe.
I'm standing in a timeless street.
What all started with a letter, a hot tub, and a diner could turn into this.
I am so grateful for this opportunity and for these films. It has, changed my life drastically, but it's also connected me to our community and connected me to so many people around the world. Like, I think the most rewarding part of it has been sharing stories and listening to stories from, people who have related to the film.
Growing up, I didn't really see many Asian American girls represented in stories, and I saw even less Asian American writers. And so for me, it's always been wanting to do both things. What I love is being able to see a wider spectrum of what it looks like to be Asian American, and also what it looks like to be American, because there's so many different ways to be the girl next door, and what does like Americana really look like, and for so long we've only seen one version of that, and now I think it is starting to expand a bit.
I am so devoted to this world, and I'm so devoted to Lara Jean. It is an honor to play her, and I don't want to say goodbye. In fact, I'm quite deeply in denial. But I'm just very grateful for this whole opportunity in the past years.
Lara Jean, song Covey. Will you go to prom with me?
Yes, of course.
I think there was an organic chemistry, between the two of us from the start, kind of a natural chemistry. And then from the first day we ever met, which was her doing chemistry reads and me showing up for the chemistry read, I didn't know that she had already booked the role. And so I was like, hey, you want to run lines or something? And she was like, no, I'm good. It was like, I think we just always had kind of a natural rapport with each other. And I think just 13-hour days of just sitting and talking, getting to know each other.
Hey, Covey.
Hello from Korea. The best part of this vacation is spending time with my sisters.
Such a crazy trip. It was so cool just getting to see all of these big tourist spots that we were shooting in. We were also being tourists ourselves. So honestly, I was like, we weren't even acting that much because we were genuinely so excited to see all these amazing locations and all of these cool things. But yeah, that trip was very, very bonding for all of us as well. And we actually wrapped the movie there, and we wrapped the whole thing. So it was very bittersweet, our last few scenes there together.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you gonna miss me when I'm gone next year?
A 4.
A 4?
Just the second all three of us met on set, we instantly all just bonded and connected, and giggle fits on set, lots of time on set between takes to just talk and get to know each other, and honestly keeping in touch between the movies as well, because we missed each other. We luckily just had an amazing bond from the start.
Before we unleashed our weirdness upon each other, we definitely had an introductory period where Yeah. I think it was really New York when we would go out to dinner, because we shot in New York and we would do dinners, and we'd go to a new restaurant pretty much every night, and I think that's when we started to really unleash the weird stuff.
Yep. Yeah, we had a good period of time to get to know each other. I mean, now I feel like I've known them my whole lives because I've known them for so many years now. But we all met on set, and then Lana's become one of my best friends in the world. And I'm so grateful that the movies brought us together.
I didn't know you guys were friends.
No.
Nothing to see here.
I think Ross, what's crazy is Ross is from his first day on set of the second film, he quickly became my favorite character in the entire universe.
We both know what 3,000 miles would do to us.
This is a little dramatic, even for you.
I feel really good about the way that Lara Jean's story ties up at the end. I think, because I'm a storyteller, I say never say never in terms of what I will feel inspired to write next. But I have so many stories in me that I want to tell too. And I think that it's really fun to explore new worlds. And for me, it's always about finding like what's most interesting of an angle to take, and like who is that character, and getting to explore who they are.
The pressure that I felt finishing these films and wrapping them up was that I love Jenny Han's work. I love Jenny Han. I love all of the actors. I love the story. I love Netflix and the production. And so the pressure was, can I do this right, where we can finish these films in a satisfying way and do it justice, because I just believe so much in this world. And in terms of Lara Jean and Peter, have always known, even after the books, I know that they will be together. I think that there's a real world where they go off and they try and make it work, and then I think life kind of gets in the way, and then they have to grow apart. I see in her future, I see them, meeting and coming back together.
I think it's bittersweet, and Peter in the To All the Boys universe has given me so much. My life has been, limitlessly enriched by it. So saying goodbye is definitely like a bittersweet thing. But at the same time, I think we poured everything that we had into it. And I think it's a good time, to let it finish. All good things must eventually come to an end, whether it's death or whether it's like at some point you just decide, right? And yeah, I think it's time, and I just hope, we did it justice. I hope the people that loved the first one, and the second one, love the third one.
You can't save this relationship by not growing.
The world keeps shifting under my feet. All I want is for it to stand still.
I know that they will end up together. I've never considered another possibility, so I wasn't very stressed about that. I was more stressed about just doing it right.